Hello, I'm Christian from the Communities team at the National Football Museum. The museum's collection is packed with the history of the game of our lives. In this video, I'll be taking you through 11 objects from the museum's collection that reflect English football over the past 12 months and the impact of COVID-19. We start with this programme from the postponed Premier League Merseyside derby from March 2020. The impact of COVID in football was only just beginning as the Premier League season was suspended, with Liverpool only one win away from the title. It would be 3 months until the Premier League returned, but it wasn't as straightforward for other clubs. Leagues 1 and 2 in the National League were eventually decided on a points per game basis, resulting in Barrow AFC's promotion back to the Football League after 48 years. With football on hold and supporters confined to their own homes, community support from football clubs was vital. Object 2 is this leaflet produced by Norwich City, encouraging fans to offer support to vulnerable neighbours. The leaflet is one of several examples of community initiatives from football clubs that the museum has collected over lockdown, including these shots by photographer Jim Steele, showing Stevenage FC staff and players delivering food and activity packs to their local community in summer 2020. Object 3 recognises the impact footballers have had during the coronavirus pandemic. A handmade banner with the words Rashford 1, Boris 0. Made by a community group in Wythenshawe, the area of South Manchester that Rashford grew up in, the banner was hung up on the Welcome to Wythenshawe sign to commemorate the Manchester United forward's tireless campaign against the government's decision not to provide free school meal vouchers to the vulnerable. The banner quickly gained attention in the national press, and the museum was lucky enough to acquire it so that Rashford's campaign with the charity Fair Share can be shared with future generations. Following a 3-month suspension, the Premier League returned behind closed doors in June. Object 4 is a shirt on display at the museum from that first weekend back, worn by Wolverhampton Wanderers Johnny Castro Otto in their clash with West Ham United. For the first 12 matches of the restarted season, each player's shirt recognised both the NHS and Black Lives Matter, with special one-off shirts that featured an NHS crest and Black Lives Matter in place of each player's name. Also in the museum's collection from the first weekend back are these custom Trent Alexander-Arnold Black Lives Matter boots, worn versus Everton at Goodison Park. The boots were subsequently donated to the Nelson Mandela Legacy Trust, where a raffle raised over £27,000 for the charity. The pandemic meant that Alexander-Arnold and his Liverpool teammates weren't officially title winners yet, but just a week after the restart, Liverpool ended their 30-year wait for a top-flight title. Object 5 is our official Premier League replica trophy that Liverpool fans proudly took photos with at the museum over the summer. After several second and third place finishes, the Reds were once again champions of England. Whilst Liverpool in the elite men's game could finish off their season from June, the women's game didn't get the same opportunity. Object 6 are these boots belonging to Manchester City defender Gemma, worn in the first game of the 2019-20 WSL season and presented to the museum on International Women's Day. When WSL fixtures were suspended, Manchester City were 1 point ahead, having played one game more than title rivals Chelsea. With over a quarter of the season's fixtures still to be played, a points per game system was used. Chelsea were champions, and in contrasting fortunes from the men's side, Liverpool women were relegated. Next we move on to some of the footballers we lost in 2020. Object 7 is this Leeds United jacket belonging to Jack Charlton from the museum's collection. Charlton was a key figure for much of Leeds' success in the late 60s and early 70s, and of course featured in England's 1966 World Cup winning side. Sadly, Charlton was one of 4 players from England's victorious 1966 squad, who passed in 2020, alongside his Leeds teammate and defensive partner Norman Hunter, squad goalkeeper Peter Bonetti, and tough tackling midfielder Nobby Stiles. Object 8 recognises another footballing legend we lost in 2020. Diego Maradona's match-worn shirt from Argentina's 1986 World Cup quarter-final victory against England. Worn by our Diego when he scored the goal of the century and the hand of God, it was the latter that featured most heavily in tributes following his untimely death, aged just 60. For all of Maradona's achievements in football, it was this game and this shirt that Maradona is most remembered for in English football folklore. Object 9 looks at the start of the 2020-21 season and new beginnings for one historic English club, the away shirt belonging to newly formed fan-owned Bury AFC. The club was formed following Bury FC's liquidation and started their life in the North West Counties League Division 1. Unfortunately, COVID restrictions has limited stadium attendances so far, meaning we'll have to wait a little longer before a full stadium are allowed to watch this new team continue the legacy of Bury FC. With fans still waiting to return to stadiums, the finances of clubs further down the football pyramid have been hit hard over the past year. Needing to replace regular matchday income, several clubs have introduced virtual match tickets. One example saw Workington raise vital funds by hosting a webcast reliving their 1958 FA Cup tie against Manchester United. Object 10 is a virtual ticket for non-league Marines FA Cup third round tie against Tottenham Hotspur. Marines sold 30,000 tickets for the game, raising a huge £300,000, securing the future of the club whilst traditional matchday income was missing. Our final object is this shirt belonging to district schools team Knowsley St Helens Girls. COVID's impact has also been felt in youth football, where like the professional game, it hasn't always been a level playing field. In November 2020, UK government guidance ruled that boys' academies were permitted to carry on training during lockdown, but girls' teams were not, even if they played at the same club. This sparked a wider debate around funding and supporting grassroots football, and the need for boys and girls teams to have equal opportunity throughout lockdown. So that's our 11 museum objects related to football during COVID, but which objects would you include? Let us know in the comments. Find these and thousands of other objects in our online collection at nationalfootballmuseum.com. Thanks for watching. Remember to drop this video a like and subscribe for more football history content.